Hey everybody, so I had a very interesting story come across my desk a few days ago, 5 days to be exact, and I've had some requests to cover this, so I thought I'd check it out, maybe see what I couldn't figure out. It's a short but really pretty outrageous piece of footage, and it shows a woman who had apparently broken into this guy's house to complain about a party that they were hosting on the property, they called it a mini concert they were doing on like the rooftop area of this house. So this woman, for some inexplicable reason, felt entitled to not only enter his house to complain about the noise from this concert party thing, but then tries to justify her intrusion by pointing out the welcome sign on the front door that was for the guests, telling them that they should go to the roof. So take note, apparently the welcome mat on your front doorstep is now a carte blanche invitation to any random stranger off the street who happens to see it. So let's review the footage real quick that started all this, and then we will see what we can figure out about this scenario and possibly even who this lady is.
First time.
Let's get a video.
We'll take a picture of you too.
Dude, we got my first Karen.
Picture of you too.
Literally walked into my house.
I know I'm walking through your house.
It's amazing.
I know, it is amazing. And we're going to report you. I'm now going to report this to the owner
Hey, feel
because
free.
this is too much. You guys do this all the time.
Feel free.
So if you don't want people to come in, don't write entrance.
Why do you hate music so
Rooftop,
much?
third floor. Because you guys have been doing this all the time.
Hey, you know, you could have just knocked on the door, rang the doorbell, we would have turned
Oh,
around.
no. We did. You guys didn't hear it.
And that was the direction you chose to take this. Thank you.
It is
Have
the
a great
direction
night.
you chose to take it.
What's your name? Which house is yours, Miss Trespasser? Maybe I should follow her to her house. See which lady this is. BMW. Ooh! She's got a Beamer. We can get the plates. Let's see. Got him.
So for starters, just as a bit of background here, the guy who released this clip on TikTok is named Devonte Deschwanden. I'm sorry if I butchered that. And the guy has a pretty impressive resume. He served some time in the Air Force, went on to do some top secret work for the Space Force that we all forgot existed. He did that as well. After that, he traveled the world with his GoPro and his, quote, daredevil friends, performing crazy stunts, engaging in extreme sports like bungee jumping and skydiving and all that stuff that most of us are way too scared to do, especially on a regular basis. Devonte recorded this video at his own house, which, to be clear, he and his friends are tenants, not the owner of the property, during his own party here. And as he mentions in the video, he apparently went around beforehand and informed the neighbors that the party would be over by 10. But this woman, before 10 p.m. had even rolled around, decided to let herself in, climb all the way up to the rooftop area where this little mini concert was going on, and when confronted, began recording Devonte in his own home while she lectured him. His caption on the video reads, "Me and my friends were having a small rooftop concert. We notified all our surrounding neighbors, including her, that's important, that it would be over by 10, and it was not 10. Yet, she thought it was acceptable to trespass on our property and walk through our whole house to get to our rooftop and began to threaten us. She was extremely hostile, threatening to call the police, etc." So he says all that on his TikTok. It clears a lot of questions up that I'm sure a lot of people had when they saw this video all over the internet the last few days. Now, the same day that Devonte posted this video on TikTok, he added a comment promising a part 2, quote, ASAP. And I was anxiously awaiting that part 2, but as several of the newer comments are now pointing out, Devonte has gone completely dark ever since this video. Maybe taking 2, even 3 days to get everything, straight and tell the story well would be understandable, but it's been almost a week. Is this guy okay? Can we have proof of life? Has he been Karen napped? Probably not, honestly, but it was odd. It is odd that he would drop his crazy viral clip, get a ton of attention, people are rallying behind him, post a promise for an immediate follow-up, and then just disappear. No posts. I couldn't find any posts on any of his social media, not his Instagram, any of it. In the meantime, though, the rest of the internet decided to get to work on this lady because obviously what she did appeared to be quite blatantly illegal. As far as I understand, breaking into someone's house uninvited is a crime, and people felt that she should be held accountable for committing that crime. So who is this lady? Well, as it turns out, the license plate that Devonte recorded at the end of this video and posted to TikTok as part of the video made her rather easy to find. And find her, they did. The woman's name is Viviana Molina, and she's actually kind of a big deal. See, Viviana Molina used to work as the executive vice president of legal affairs and business for Fox 21. Now, one would hope that a executive vice president of legal affairs, someone who also, by the way, graduated from UCLA and Columbia Law School, would understand that you cannot break into people's homes uninvited. A lot of people mistakenly called Fox 21 out on social media, believing that Viviana still worked there, but currently, and for the last 3 years, Viviana has been the executive vice president of business affairs at a different company that actually works rather closely with Fox, subsidiary 20th Century, Herein Entertainment. They've done some pretty big shows, TV shows and movies, like the Planet of the Apes movies, Oblivion, and of course, who could forget Exodus, Gods and Kings? Not normally, and I mean in almost every single instance where we see someone in a major position at a huge company like this get into big TikTok trouble, the company is swift to issue an apology. The employee is reprimanded in some way, steps down, is sometimes outright fired, let go, as they like to say. The internet rejoices and everyone moves on. But we have a pretty weird case here. It's now been almost a week, an eternity in internet time, and despite hundreds of angry comments and ats to Herein and its CEO Peter Herein, there has been absolutely no justice served here. There has been total radio silence. Apparently, this company and its leadership not only doesn't feel the need to take action against their executive VP for what seems to be blatantly violating the law and someone's privacy and personal space in a totally egregious and kind of shocking and outrageous way, and not to mention exhibiting a level of entitlement that shocks me, but they don't even feel the need to address it with a statement. This company has so far released no statement whatsoever, nor has it responded to any of the comments or questions on its social media pages. And just on the tiny chance that they might respond to little old me and my 45,000 subscribers, I even sent the company a message myself requesting some kind of comment or statement. I did not hear back. So as it stands right now, this Karen can be officially stamped unpunished. And I know that normally we get to end these videos with a happy conclusion, some kind of justice served, but I think it's equally important to highlight the cases where people do really egregious things like this and simply never get in trouble for it. Must be nice to be a UCLA grad, executive VP of a major Hollywood film and TV company, because that apparently gives you immunity from the law and grants you special rights to just barge into whomever's home you feel like, with no concern for consequences. I wonder if she actually did this not because she wasn't thinking about the legality of it, but because she knew she could get away with it. I'll keep you updated if anything changes. Hopefully we hear back from Devonte eventually, but in my experience, when someone goes 5 days after promising an immediate follow-up and there's no follow-up, we're not getting a follow-up. Something happened there. Oh, and just as a final thing to address, I feel like this is important. One user pointed out, because there was some back and forth about whether or not maybe, this guy Devonte should not have been hosting a concert on the rooftop in a residential neighborhood. Perhaps that was unnecessarily or unreasonably disturbing to the neighbors. But as one user pointed out, one TikTok commenter pointed out, this woman gets in her car and drives away. So she lives far enough that she had to drive to this location. Yeah. So yeah, I'll keep you updated if anything changes. Don't hold your breath on this one. I'm working on a bunch of stories right now with much more satisfying conclusions than this one, so expect to see some great new things in the near future. As always, drop your reckoning mendations below, and I will see you later.